Hello, we're back with more chronicles. Um, so still working at the gas companies, but there was this bar that I used to go to after work called Stoves in Yokohama. And I'd grab dinner, fish sandwich or a cheeseburger. They made really good food. It was pretty well priced, so it wasn't too expensive, too crazy. And the people there were really nice, the staff. And there was the person I thought was the manager. He was always nice to me. I'd come in and he's like, oh, hey, and he always made me a seat. And it makes you feel special. You're 21 years old. You're going into a restaurant, everybody knows you and they always talk to me and stuff. So I'm working at the gas company. And in Japan, the like any job that deals with manual labor pays pretty good because I don't want to say Japanese don't prefer to do manual labor. It's just, it's more common to get your college degree and do more of a technical or a skilled job rather than just digging holes or pouring concrete and stuff. So the younger kids and stuff usually go to the construction, the drop out of school, because the money is actually really good. I mean, I made pretty good money for my age and then bonuses and stuff like that. So, but working at the gas company, I wasn't learning Japanese. I was just digging holes. I mean, I didn't talk to anybody all day, and I wanted to learn the language, so I knew I had to do more. For example, one time working at a house, and my boss, he said he needed Megane, which Megane means glasses in Japanese. Glasses. So I knew that word. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go get it. And he was like, really? And the car was parked like, I don't know, a mile away because we couldn't find parking. It was like too busy of a street. So like, yeah, I'll go get it because I can't do anything. I'm just watching him do stuff, working on this house. There's no work for me to do. So I run all, and it's so hot. The summers in Japan are so hot. It's so humid. You have no idea. It's like 100% humidity at 98 degrees. It just feels like 108. So I run to the car, and because you're in work for company construction, you can't just wear like a tank top and shorts. I mean, you have to be in uniform. So it's like the military. So I run to the car, and I'm going to get him his Megane. So I go to the car, and I grab me sunglasses because he's always wearing sunglasses. And I was thinking Megane glasses. So I get him his sunglasses. I bring them back to him. And I didn't even think, why do you need sunglasses? I just thought maybe he needed to go outside. I don't know. So I bring him his sunglasses, and I hand them to him, and he looks at me, he's like, what's this? And I was like, Megane. And he was like, no. So he kind of laughs, and we walk back to the car another mile, and I'm sweating. You don't no idea. I mean, running there and running back already. So he goes in the toolbox, and he grabs the, what is it called? Box end wrench, the box open end box wrench, or whatever it is, with the two circles on the end. It looks like glasses. They call that a Megane wrench. So I had no idea. I mean, once he showed me, he's like, Megane, because he put it up like it looks like glasses. It's the box end wrench, I think it's called, the open end box end wrench or something like that. So little octagon shaped things. So I was just like, oh my God, I'm not learning enough of the language. So I thought I'd get another job somewhere else to practice Japanese and see what I could do. But I'm working from like 7 in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. Sometimes if we finish early, 7, but usually it's 7 to 7. That's an average day. We'll never finish early. So I'm talking to the restaurant, the manager of the restaurant, and I told him I'm looking for another job at night. And he was like, why don't you work here? And I was like, yeah, I mean, that would be great, but my schedule is so, I don't know, because I don't know if I'm going to get off early one day. I don't know if I'm going to get off late. I have no idea. And he's like, it's fine. Just when you get off, come in here and work for a couple hours, take the last train home. Because he actually lived by where I live. He's like, and I'll take you home if, you need a ride home sometimes. So I was like, okay, but, I think I need to talk to the owner just to make sure that he's okay with this because I don't want any issues, He was like, I'm the owner. It's fine. And I'm like, no, not the manager, the owner. And he was like, I'm the owner. And this guy worked the floor. He'd wash dishes. He ran around. He took orders. He looked like a manager. And I was like, well, okay, obviously he don't understand what I'm saying. So I gave up. I was like, okay, yeah, let me think about it. So when he went away, I asked the bartender, I was like, hey, who's the owner? And they were like, him, Safu. I'm like, he owns this place? He owns like 6 bars. So, but he works like harder than the part-time staff. He's like, yeah, he loves to work. I mean, he loves what he's doing, but yeah, he owns them. So he came back, and I was like, are you seriously okay with me working here? He was like, yeah, just come in when you can. Just let me know. Call me when you get off, and just come in and work for a couple hours, help with the, because they were opening up a new bar, so they would need staff to help out. So I did. I'd work 7 in the morning to about 8, 9 o'clock, and then I would go straight to Yokohama to the bar, and I'd work there until midnight, and then take the last train at like 12:30 and go home, take a shower, whatever, sleep for about 3 hours, and be back at work. And I did that for about a year. But it also shows you Japanese mentality. This guy owned 7 bars, lived in Beverly Hills, and he worked harder than the 20-year-old kids there trying to make a living. He just loved to work. I mean, he'd wash dishes when they needed it. He'd cut lemons and limes if he needed. It was amazing for me to see that somebody that had that kind of money, that had that kind of background, was still willing to bust his ass to get things done, to work. I mean, and he didn't have any problem. If staff called in sick, he would just take their place. It didn't matter what the staff was doing. If they were a dishwasher, he would take their place. Yeah, he didn't come from money. He worked hard, saved money, opened up his first little bar, and from there it blew up. But still, I mean, would you wash dishes if your staff called in sick when you own 5, 6, 7 bars, restaurants? I don't know a lot of people that would do that, but I learned a lot from him. He really showed me a lot. So now I'm working at construction and bars. It was hard, and of course I was dead tired all the time. So I stopped doing the whole pachinko thing. I just sleep in the car when I could. And for about a year I did that. And then I quit the construction because even though the bar was paid much, much less, I was learning more Japanese. I was making more friends and contacts, and it was funner. And now I think I'm like 23, 24, almost 24, 20, I think I'm around 23. So, I mean, in my mind, I'm still like, by 25, if nothing's really big happened, I'm quitting. I'm going back to the States, throwing the towel. So I started working the bar full time, 6 days a week, and learning the language and the whole business, to say. So, well, that's that story. So hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned.